Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. We need to talk about EJ DiMera. Dan Feuerriegel is an absolute powerhouse on screen, usually commanding every single room he walks into with that classic arrogant DiMera swagger. But lately, EJ is stuck in bed, looking incredibly pale, sweating profusely, and sounding absolutely dreadful. The show is trying to tell us that he has come down with a severe case of the flu, but is it really just a bug? I am telling you, something is incredibly off here, and my alarm bells are ringing! We are officially on poison watch, people. Is someone intentionally making EJ sick? Is someone slowly, methodically poisoning the DiMera air right under our noses? You won't believe this, but the clues are all right there in front of us, hiding in plain sight. Let's break this entire situation down, because the implications for Salem are massive. Let's be real for a second and look at the actual timeline of events. It is not even flu season. We are literally months away from the time of year when everyone in Salem starts passing around the common cold and the seasonal flu. Yet, suddenly, EJ DiMera, a man who usually looks impeccably sharp in his perfectly tailored suits, ruling the corporate world with an iron fist, is reduced to a shivering, sneezing, pale shadow of himself. Every single time we have seen him on screen over the last few episodes of our favorite Peacock soap, he looks and sounds progressively worse. This isn't just a 24-hour bug that you sleep off with some chicken soup. This is a rapid, alarming, and highly suspicious physical decline. And in the dramatic world of Days of Our Lives, sudden, out-of-season illnesses are almost never just a coincidence. They are usually the first act of a very dark, twisted, and deadly storyline. Let's look at the immediate environment and the people surrounding him, starting with Rita Leslie, played brilliantly by Maggie Carney. Rita was recently barking orders at EJ when she was the one feeling under the weather. We saw that dynamic play out, and it was certainly entertaining to see EJ put in his place for a moment. But we have to ask ourselves, did that interaction serve as a convenient, meticulously planned cover story? Think about it logically. If someone wanted to make EJ sick, what better way to mask the initial symptoms than by blaming it on a bug that was already going around the house? It is the absolute perfect alibi for a would-be assassin. Oh, Rita was sick last week. EJ must have just caught whatever strain she had. It is almost too convenient, isn't it? I'm telling you, this is classic Salem misdirection, designed to throw the viewers and the Salem Police Department off the scent. Now, this is where things get incredibly suspicious, and we have to talk about the elephant in the room, Cat Greene. AnnaLynne McCord is absolutely killing it in this role, bringing so much mystery, edge, and unpredictable CW-style drama to the screen. But what exactly is Cat doing hovering around EJ's sickbed like a vulture waiting for its prey? We have seen her lurking in the shadows, hanging around the mansion and boldly claiming that she is the one taking care of EJ. She is right there with unfettered access to his food, his drinking water, and his medication. If I were EJ, I would be absolutely terrified. Cat is a massive wild card. She has her own hidden agendas, her own deep secrets, and her own brand of chaos that she brings to every scene. Is she slipping a little something extra, perhaps a slow-acting toxin, into his hot tea? Is she swapping out his doctor-prescribed medication for something much more sinister? This is insane. The sheer proximity she has to a highly vulnerable EJ is a massive red flag that we cannot ignore. The medical advice EJ received was painfully standard. Hydrate, take your meds, and stay in bed to rest. But when you are DiMera, staying in bed and relying on other people to bring you your meds and hydration is basically a death sentence. We are watching EJ blindly trust the people around him while he is in a severely weakened state, and it is agonizing. Dan Feuerriegel is doing a phenomenal job playing this uncharacteristic vulnerability, showing us a man who's losing his grip on his own body. But as viewers, we are practically screaming at our television screens, "Don't drink the water, EJ. Check the tea!" Every single time he takes a sip from a glass handed to him by someone else, my heart stops. We are witnessing a slow motion train wreck. And the fact that the writers are focusing so heavily on his physical decline, the coughing, the extreme pallor, the exhaustion, means there is a massive, explosive payoff coming down the pipeline. Let's take a trip down memory lane, because we absolutely cannot analyze a DiMera storyline without looking at their dark, twisted history. The DiMeras and Poison go together like Salem and buried secrets. Think back to the legendary Stefano DiMera, the Phoenix himself. How many times did Stefano use mind-altering drugs, slow-acting toxins, and mysterious serums cooked up in a lab to control, incapacitate, or entirely eliminate his enemies? It is literally baked into the DiMera DNA to use chemical warfare to get what they want. And let's not forget the horrific poisoning of Abigail Devereaux years ago, a storyline that shattered families and proved that in Salem, poison is the weapon of choice for cowards and masterminds alike. Could Dr. Wilhelm Rolf have left some experimental toxins lying around the mansion? If someone is using the classic DiMera playbook against EJ, it is a brilliant, albeit incredibly cruel form of poetic justice. This brings us to a massive debate currently tearing up the fan forums and social media. Is this just karma, or is it a calculated, cold-blooded assassination attempt? EJ has not exactly been a saint lately, to put it mildly. He has been involved in so many shady dealings, double crosses, and ruthless business maneuvers. He has stepped on a lot of toes, ruined lives, and made powerful enemies to maintain his iron grip on his empire. Some fans are arguing that this out-of-season flu is just the universe serving up a giant, inescapable dish of karmic retribution, a cosmic timeout for all his bad behavior, if you will. And sure, that is a nice thought, but come on, this is Days of Our Life. When has the universe ever handled things naturally when a vengeful ex, a bitter corporate rival, or a jealous family member could do it with a vial of antifreeze or a rare orchid extract? If EJ is indeed being poisoned, we have to look at the motive. Cui bono? Who benefits the most from his demise? If EJ is incapacitated or worse, permanently removed from the board, it creates a massive, dangerous power vacuum at DiMera Enterprises. The CEO chair is arguably the most dangerous seat in all of Salem. Could his own brother, Stefan, be behind this? We know the brothers have a deeply fractured, highly competitive, and often toxic relationship. Or what about someone entirely outside the family trying to stage a hostile corporate takeover while the king is stuck in bed blowing his nose? By keeping EJ isolated, weak, and delirious with fever, the poisoner is effectively neutralizing the biggest, most aggressive threat in the corporate world. It is a brilliant, sociopathic strategy. Keep him too sick to fight back, but not dead enough to trigger a full-blown homicide investigation by the Salem PD. Let's circle back to Cat Greene's psychology, because I simply cannot shake the gut feeling that she is the master key to unlocking this entire mystery. AnnaLynne McCord plays unhinged, calculating, and dangerously alluring better than almost anyone on daytime television right. If Cat is the one poisoning EJ, what is her ultimate endgame? Is she working as a mercenary for someone else? A hired gun? A silent assassin placed inside the walls of the mansion to slowly drive EJ mad or into an early grave? Or is this deeply personal? Kat's psychological profile suggests she thrives on absolute control. And honestly, what gives you more control over a wealthy, powerful, intimidating man than reducing him to a helpless, shivering patient who relies on you for his very survival? It is a twisted, dark variation of Florence Nightingale syndrome, and it is absolutely terrifying to watch it unfold on our screens. So, where does this leave us? And what happens next? I am predicting that over the next few weeks, EJ's condition is going to reach a critical, life-threatening breaking. He is going to collapse or slip into a coma. Someone, maybe highly suspicious Nicole, or perhaps a returning family member who sees right through this ridiculous flu charade, is going to rush him to University Hospital and demand a full toxicology screen. And when those blood test reports come back positive for heavy metals or a rare toxin, Salem is going to explode. The fallout from an attempted murder of EJ DiMera will ripple through every single family in town. The paranoia will be off the charts. Whoever's doing this better cover their tracks perfectly. Because if EJ survives, and let's face it, DiMeras have a habit of surviving the impossible, his vengeance will be absolutely biblical. He will burn Salem to the ground to find out who made him suffer. I am telling you, This storyline is a masterful slow burn that is just about to catch fire. The writers are doing an incredible job laying the groundwork, using the mundane, everyday excuse of a flu to hide a sinister, deadly plot right under our noses. I cannot wait to see how Dan Feuerriegel plays the terrifying realization that he has been betrayed from within his own home by the very people bringing him his soup. What do you guys think? Is it just a really bad out-of-season flu caused by bad karma, or is someone actively trying to murder EJ DiMera? And if it is poison, is Cat Greene the evil mastermind, or just a pawn in a much larger, darker game of Salem chess? Drop your wildest theories and predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our deep dive. Until next time, stay safe, watch your back, and whatever you do, never drink the tea in the DiMera mansion.